Oh, welcome to Saturday. I'm also surprised that we don't have a bonus quote. Hello, Bob. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, y'all are having a good weekend so far. We are back with more Slay the Princess on this bonus special day, this bonus special stream. I don't actually know that we're going to wrap up all the roots tonight. Sorry, too many sounds and all in a row, and they had a train wreck in my brain. Um, but we've got a couple of major ones that I want to try and get to, and if that's all we do, then great. And if we have time for more, then great. And that's it. That's the whole bit. So yeah, we've got a couple of kind of mostly we've got two more chapter twos that I want to see, and that's the main agenda for the evening. So I'm gonna probably keep the preamble pretty brief, which I've been trying to do the last few streams, because the whole point of this sort of uh, Slay the Princess: The Lost Levels, as I think I referred to it last stream, is to just sort of wrap up the paths that we didn't take, and we've already found some real gems. I feel like down some of these other roads, for a game that already was so satisfying in the routes that we did find ourselves going down in our, let's call it, canon run to the finale. The fact that we could have built an entirely like parallel path that overlapped in almost no ways with that route, and I would have been just as happy with what we found, is extremely cool. Um, that feels like an achievement in and of itself. Yeah, I think that's as much as I want to babble on about that. Before we get into the game, we do at least need to give some time to content warnings, because this is a horror game. So I will talk about ads ended pretty much right on the word path, which is, I think, very appropriate. But yeah, okay, I'm not surprised that we don't have a quote with the word Babylon in it. That, I mean, as much as I tend to babble on, that's different. The spelling is it's one uses the original Greek, and anyway, the point is, that content warnings for tonight's stream include flashing images. That one may actually show up in the main thing tonight, depending on the paths we take. So I know I've said the last couple of streams that it's mostly only on the title screen. I found places where that is not the case. So, warning for flashing or strobing images. Um, there's one sequence in particular that I have enough recollection of that if we get to it, I'll be able to call it out when we get to it. But just general warning for that. Graphic violence, blood, gore, body horror, um, kind of throughout. Honestly, it just that's a those are, I want to definitely call those out because there's just a lot, and death, which will happen pretty regularly. There have been several instances of suicide in this one. I think we've seen the only route that involves drowning. There may be some that involve other means of suffocation. There is at least one route that involves immolation. That's kind of one of our bonus paths if we have extra time, which, boy, it's weird to talk about that way, but content warning is there just in case. If we go that route, I'll be able to forewarn when we get to it. Um, Torture, I think, just kind of in general with the whole chain situation that the princess finds herself in, and gaslighting, the narrator's favorite pastime. For a more comprehensive list of warnings, either head to doesthedogdie.com and search up Slay the Princess, or click the link in our CW tag, or head to blacktabbygames.com and check out the listing that they've got for Slay the Princess, which is pretty fantastic and comprehensive on its own. And when you're done with that, check out this cat right here. Hi, Jasmine. You're here just in time. We just got done with the content warnings. We're about to go into the game. Do you have any routes that you'd like to see? No, she just wants to be bounced on the shoulder. Her tummy is still kind of shaved. It's growing back in, and it must be itchy because she's been very fussy about it, which is entirely understandable. Hey, Bedroad. She had to go to the vet. This is a while ago. And she's luckily fine. But that was for an ultrasound a few weeks back, I think, something like that. So this is all just her patch growing back in. Come here, sweetheart. You go that way, you will hurt yourself. Yeah, you will. Because I love you, but you're kind of a klutz. That's why we get along. So that's her tummy patch that is growing back in. Hi. And it's taking its sweet time. So she gets lots of tummy scratches in the meantime. Like right now. There you go. There. Do you want lap time? Or do you want down? Or you're not sure? Okay, floor time. All right. All of that's done. Let's swap modes. And off to the races. Now then. Does Andy remember which save file he left on last time? Maybe. I think it was in here? Pretty sure it's in here. In fact, I think it might have been this one exactly.
You're on a path.
I think the journal will tell us. Yes, okay. Alright, so I think this is it. Thank you, Bob. Oh, very apt. Good, we'll have that one for next time. Alright, got my map of routes up. So this is the path where we started with the Contrarian Run walking away. We moved to the... I think this was the one that went to the Adversary next. Which was, boy, that was fun. And this is essentially our third meta iteration, I guess you could say, through the whole thing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so. Skip all this. Go to the cabin.
You make your way up.
Skip all this. Continue to go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin.
Skip all this. Let's see. This part does not matter, so we just go into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Skip all this. We go down the stairs.
You're still
Skip all this. We say, hold on, let's talk about it first.
Okay.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
I love how that mirrors a thing that we can say later in the Thorn Path.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
It's Like Bad Road said, it's where she keeps all her stuff. Lie, I've been told enough, yeah.
We both
Yeah.
know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
It's the second time they bring up the monarchy. I love it. Alright, so... I think at this point... Here we go. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
We lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Yeah, me either.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking with the plan on locking her away.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
That once held the blade. Where the fuck is the blade?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
We didn't take it. Where's the blade gone?
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh no.
It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Oh, we're super dead.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
We do die every time anyway, but sometimes we die ugly. I think this is one of the times we die ugly. Ooh.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. We're just gonna ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
Oh, bud. I love your optimism. It is gonna get us killed, but I do love it.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt away
Yep.
in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Flashing and strobing warning for this next scene.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet. The princess draws near. It's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Could you describe the ruckus? The ruckus is terrifying.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
Yeah, you don't get to be high and mighty about this.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Oh no.
She steps closer,
Oh no.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
What the fuck?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Just gonna drop this here. Interesting side notes. First of all, there's no way the table just got shoved to that position. She had to have put it over there deliberately. Second, I don't think it's the same table, so my headcanon is she broke the table, disposed of it, went to get a new one to prop ominously in the corner, and then waited politely for you to wake up before frightening you to death. I mean, I certainly think she's capable of it. I also think she could have just warped the table into a new shape and position at the same time. And just gone, yeah, the table's over there. Also, the table looks like this now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Who are we gonna get? Okay. She's going to kill me again. No, we're just gonna go to the cabin. Let the voice be a surprise.
Before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Incredible. So,
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
this is so good. Well, hey, good news, Bob. It's not off the edge of the table for once. It's all the way on the floor. Love this that they left the table there and the knife is just in the middle of the floor now. Love all of the little ghost friends hanging out outside of the windows here, just looking at us. That's a nice note. So we had the skeptic, the opportunist, and the paranoid, which is just, and they've all sounded just, different enough variations or pardon me, I was thinking the hunted. We've had the hunted, the paranoid, and the skeptic, and they've all been like slight variations. That the fact that they keep coming to like similar but distinct voices is very good. Oh, good. We're in the same hat. Yeah, you need help up? There you go. This is terrifying, having the just wide open cavernous doorway there.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Task awaits, and only you can do it.
That's a lot of talking, so we'll drop one more save here. We're gonna skip the mirror. Let's take the blade. Blade feels like a trap.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours.
I don't think the knife is gonna help. Oh no.
And onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh, they are.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
It's, you're so predictable.
A playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. This seems like a terrible plan. Continue down the stairs in silence. I'm going to talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
Who else has she met to confuse us with, narrator? That's a great question.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
I love this.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one
Thank you.
matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
I think, being reasonable is saying this is fucked up.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Wonderful. Good adventurers go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
What did you do?
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood
Oh no.
begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart. Your lungs pull in a gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs,
The paranoid is still going.
what are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Yeah, don't distract them.
You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
lungs,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
nerves. She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why? Liver. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Lungs. Don't lose sight of your mission. Nerves. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. Liver. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. Heart. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart, lungs, liver.
Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened? Okay, I love that this is always an option. What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst. Remain with your nightmare. That's actually kind of sweet. Okay, let's get out of here.
Heart, lungs, liver, lungs, liver, nerves. Lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver,
I like that we have two different leave together options.
lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
My walkthrough is unfortunately a little bit unclear here, and I'm actually kind of glad, so let's take a chance.
Liver,
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? Let's take just a moment. Is this my... Yeah, it is. Okay.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
liver,
Fair.
nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
And we're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Oh, buddy.
Or until your heart finally gives out.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Take a look here.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, 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 heart,
And then,
lungs,
when you die,
nerves,
I'll find myself somewhere new.
lungs,
And
liver,
before too
nerves,
long,
heart,
you'll be there
lungs,
too.
liver,
That's how this all
heart,
works,
lungs,
right?
liver,
This doesn't
nerves,
end until
heart,
you let me
lungs,
out.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
And a lot can
nerves,
happen before
heart,
then.
lungs,
I'm
liver,
sure I
nerves,
can get
heart,
creative.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver.
Alright, we run.
Heart, lungs, liver. You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg in front of the other.
You poor, poor thing. Wrong choice.
Nope, we were told there were no wrong choices.
You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again.
You're always going to be a coward.
Heart. She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we?
Okay.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You know, if there was ever a place for the broken to be, this seems apt.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Wait a minute, hang on. So we have hero, paranoid, broken, and we also picked up the opportunist?
No, we were
And stubborn?
trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
They're all here.
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
You're in every chapter, so maybe you have every voice. Oh, you know.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? Yes! There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times... That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
I hate when the contrarian makes sense. That's always when I know we've gone too far. That doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. The only way out of this is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. Now we're going to proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
No, not empty hill. Floating mirror. Oh, it's perfect.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
Yeah, thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth.
He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone.
Oh.
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
You know what? We didn't do this earlier. I'm going to do this now. 1 second. Let's go just drop a save while we're here.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Go approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The hills have mirrors.
The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
I love that we only get the option to smash it when the stubborn is with us. That's great.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Yes! Yes!
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed. Oh, that's a new option.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade. Ooh. You're gonna take the blade. Feels more like a choice.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish his job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You dragged this out for so much longer than you had to.
And closer.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
You are going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but that was something you... Or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The echo effect being gone for that is so good. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
It's always cold and she's always tired when she gets here. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you.
I love that that's where Cold finds tranquility.
I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Alright. Well.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people. At least I think there are people. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Yada yada yada. Ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Hooray!
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. What timing?
You're
Alright.
on a path.
Jump a new one here. And also, go to our break. There we are. Okay, so I think we have time. Fingers crossed. Take our break first, and then one more Path of Paths, and then an ending, and then that's it. And we'll see how it all shakes out. But first, a break. So stand up, stretch, y'all do what you need to do to take care of you, and we'll be back here in just a few. See y'all then. All right. I don't know how many people this is true for, but like that, the way that the access to that route goes, that was pretty much always going to be, hi Desmond, pretty much always going to be like my last, or one of my last paths, because locking the princess in the basement and leaving her there was basically never even in my consideration of options. Hi Jasmine. Because it was never even like a tempting option for any, even out of like a curiosity run. So the fact that that's the nightmare path into the moment of clarity path, hidden behind one of the, like, for me at least, least tempting routes is, yeah, I like it. That worked out well. It's about the third thing I tried, since killing her and rescuing her didn't work. That makes sense, because it does make a nice triangle with the, like, the good ending where you do exactly what the narrator says and then do the exact opposite of what the narrator says, and then the third one is, okay, well, what's in the middle? Alright, so for this one, speaking of which,
You make your way up.
Cabin, yada yada yada. Let's get that.
The interior.
Get this.
You take the blade from.
Take the Italian Cold Steel Cinquedilla.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing.
Down to the thing.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
There. Steal our nerves.
Step forward. Your grip on the blade.
Slay.
You lunge forward without a mob.
Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's... It doesn't matter which one. Let's check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh, bud.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
I appreciate that the double tap rule works against you in this one.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hey, alright.
You're on a path in the woods.
Drop another save.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Again, to the cabin. We're on the Razor.
Before you go any further.
So we've now seen all the chapter 2s, which was my original agenda. Well, we've gotten to all the chapter 2s. Obviously, we haven't seen this one yet. Which means I've gotten I did the thing I wanted to do. Which makes me happy. We still have some other, like, chapter 3s that we won't get to probably tonight. And that's fine.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Let's meet our new voice.
He couldn't be more on the money.
Oh, hey, bud.
But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Honestly, the fact that we didn't meet any voices that we hadn't met before in the moment of clarity was kind of reassuring. Like, we had actually kind of met everybody before we got to that point.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Thank you, Bob. In we go.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And it... Boy, is it barely perched. We will take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Okay. Off to a bad start. Enter the basement. That door is
The
not
door to
much
the
fun.
basement
It's so
creaks open,
splintery.
revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured
Hate it.
slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Wait, is she a literal razor?
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
I think that's a little judgmental.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the
Okay,
final
alright,
step,
no, she's fine.
the form of the princess comes into
Oh,
view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Sharp eyes. Everything in here is sharp. The window is a nice touch.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
It's true.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I love this voice. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Don't think we want to empower her with that kind of information. Nobody has to die. What are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine, I'm coming close to free you. You'd better not try anything. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye! Or screw it. Let's see. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Incredible.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Hey, Slox. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife. I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Yeah, prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
It's practically zero. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Yeah, I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little Birdface thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
I have
That's fair.
absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any more information, so screw it.
The princess falls silent, her
Face.
smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Who's meat?
Hers, at first. Then yours.
Hehe.
Oh, that face and that. What a combo.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What the fuck?
Shit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Amazing.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is a constricting mess of curved
Got his ass.
sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Yes! Oh, incredible. Also, pristine blade, what have they done to you?
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Oh.
Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
I love on the same night we picked up the chapters that get us multiple voices, where up until now we've only ever gotten one additional voice per chapter.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
First mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe it clean.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward,
Ugh.
but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
The hollow sound, the echo effect. Not the echo really, but the hollow effect that they've added is so good.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. Going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All of these ideas suck. Think of something better. Yeah, all of these ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish
Oh.
your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight.
She skewers you.
I mean, I think this would have happened either way.
Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Teeth.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Alright, did we get a new option? We didn't. Okay. We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Hey buddy, welcome back.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything.
Hey bud.
We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
I'm guessing the flirting option would have gotten us the smitten.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
Just panic. Flee.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, chapter 4! What are the chapter 4s? Mutually assured destruction.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Yes! This is the most I've liked the cheated.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
I love that we got these both. This was not intentional. I didn't know that this was going to happen. I love that we got both the moment of clarity and this on the same night, so that we got both of the like, all of the voices gang up together on the same stream. That's fantastic.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
That wasn't covered in the walkthrough. Like, it was just how to get these chapters, not... Because once we're in it, there's nothing about the different voices being there, so like that's a happy surprise, but holy crap, that works out well.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Cool.
You sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Oh my god. Do.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay.
Oh god, what was I saying last time about, like, the narrator manages to always be just charming enough to keep from being too hateable as an antagonist? It's bits like this.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's
Oh,
twists,
whew.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
It's just, oops, all blades.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Voice of the Smitten confirmed for Monster Fucker.
Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
We already knew that the Stubborn was a Monster Fucker, so.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Okay, it's the most I've liked the cheated, and it's the most I've liked the contrarian. It's 2 for 2.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right,
Empty your mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act. And yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. Princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive. But neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Amazing. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. There's the mirror. You do so. The voices are already gone, so there's nothing to say about them. Silence as you reach toward the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Ah, hey, bud. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Destroy the mirror. You don't need answers from the thing that lives in the mirror. You already know what you are. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Drop another save here. Proceed to the cabin one last time. I think more games should have beasts in them. I agree. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Shifting mound time.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Alright, let's see if we can get one last interesting path. It's the name of the game. Let's try it once.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
A boundless torrent of blades.
Flashing and strobing warning again.
Angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts or not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Hold please, making sure I don't fuck this up. address this vessel statement directly. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive.
Were we self-destructive, or did the beauty of our dance reach beyond the shadow of death? It was lethality that made us what we were. There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Ooh, you showed me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see is a hell of a line. We're gonna go with that.
I am aware of what it did to you, but it is through the pain of vulnerability that we heal. Will you leave all who have been hurt to live unmended?
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I like addressing the specific things. I appreciate that there's also like a neutral path for there are several neutral paths, but this one's pretty great. I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs is also pretty good. I am not my body, but I feel my body suffer.
Do you suffer now? Let go of what you think yourself to be and exist. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both. But compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
If I had known what you really were, I wouldn't have been so quick to free you. Nope, hate that. Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
As a clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
This is what we chose last time, and I still like it a lot. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I can do this out here on my own.
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Let me get this.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but
Yes!
I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean. No hard feelings about taunting us with our deaths, by the way. I thought it was funny. Not sure about the others, though. They're not happy. Oh, they'll get over it.
I didn't mention this, but on advice from Bad Road, thank you, Bad Road, with this path, every time I got to the mirror, you have the option to, like, reassure the voices or to be like, because they get scared every time they see the mirror at the end of a route, and one of the options is, of course you're scared, it's the end for you, but it's not for me, which I didn't choose on my own path, or on the first path that we streamed through because it seemed mean. I chose it on, we only got the option actually on the first two, the last two, the ones that we streamed tonight, it didn't even come up, just because those paths kind of negated it. But I chose it on the first two paths of, of course you're scared, it's the end for you, but not for me. I love that it apparently informs the ending. The voices are not happy with me. Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
Let's enter the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Is it? It is. Yes, it is.
But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Started being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
So we're here now because we took the contrarian path on the very first. If you start with that as your very first route, this is the end you get.
She
apparently
doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Down we go.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Aww. I never got a chance to talk to you before. I never got a chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you, at least. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful.
I'm a little disappointed that you never picked up the knife with the contrarian, but I guess we have to leave something for people to see themselves. Yeah, there's still several things that we're not going to get to on stream. So yeah, folks, that if you want to pick this up, we did not 100% this by far on stream. There's loads of stuff, which is weird to say that we took essentially 2 full playthroughs of this game, and there's still enough to probably fill at least a third, I would say, and hit almost not all unique content, but a heavy amount of it, and that's just wild.
That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
It's so good to finally see you again. I don't think I want to be a god. I still love that this is kind of one of the endings here. What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
We don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. We like us as we are. Maybe we would have liked her version of us too, turning the wheel of a cosmic cycle together. But that's not the choice you made, even though she did everything in her power to convince you. It took courage for you to make your way down here, away from the paths others would have had you walk. We find that courage beautiful.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about.
Oh.
I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
It is, for all of us. We've seen so many threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
That one sentence, that's my feeling about this whole game. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us. Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
It's so tempting to speak as she would, to simply state that we're all of them, but there were also something new. We don't know if you'll find that answer satisfying.
No, but it feels right.
Perhaps you'd rather hear that we're the first version of her that you've met, but that we've been shaped by the experiences of all of the others. Yes, that feels right to us.
It's her. It wouldn't make sense if she was anyone else.
Oh. Now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it? We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
And yeah, their chapter is called The Stranger.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
No, the cheated would probably say that it is, but they're not here.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
Yeah, I don't want to be a god.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible, or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Not knowing exactly why I want it, we knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want this.
After so many iterations, So many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again. Leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
And away we go. You lead and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. Oh, I love the angle. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. There's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can sense a tension seize them. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this, yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside. You follow their confident steps.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Who's going to open it is funnier, I think, in this context than it was before. Neither of us knows what it's going to be like out there.
And that is why we're here. We can't wait to see it with you.
And there we go. Well, that was basically perfect, which, you know, it was what, yeah, it was perfect the first time. It was somehow even better the second time. Holy shit. Yeah, we're way over time. I think Slox is going to be, if they haven't already started streaming, going to be going on here in a bit. But yeah, that's where we're wrapping it on Slay the Princess. Thank you all for coming and hanging out for this bonus Saturday stream. Definitely worth it, particularly for that ending. And yeah, I just want to keep playing this game forever, which we can't do, but we could, but we won't. But yeah, it's, I want to stream, but it's unclear if it's going to happen tonight. Completely understandable. But yeah, so hang out if you want on the channel here, and you'll see an auto host if they go live over at twitch.tv/xenonfiber. And otherwise, be sure to check out scheduled to truck.community to see our full stream team schedule, to see what everyone's streaming all week long on various days and various times, with links to everyone's respective channels, to see a whole week's worth of content, to see what's going on. And you'll see that'll get updated tomorrow with what I'm going to be streaming next, the last fourth and final entry in our Happy Ever After season. Jasmine, if you want to contribute, you have to come over here. Which is Banisher's Ghost of New Eden will be our New Game Monday entry that will start in a couple of days. So yeah, that's that on that. Thank you all so much again. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will hope to see you next time. Good night.